Islam Dwayne Buffalo Bay. It's July the 21st, 2020. I have on my, let me show you. I just got off work at Burger King. It's approximately 4:15 p.m. I have on my sweat sauna. If you can look and see. See, I'm at Burger King here. And I just got off of, hold on one moment. I just got off from, this is the sweat sauna suit. What this does is help me detox. Sweat helps detox. So this encourages sweat even more. So it's about 4:15 p.m. Today was a good day. I was mentally, I was experiencing sharp pains all day long in my left ankle, and they were 4 sharp pains. I noticed one of the black males that drives a truck with rock army. I have told you when I first got my when I was trying to get this what do you call it, when I was trying to get our I was going to the post office to see about my my grandmother's estate and what was going on with it. I saw him there, and he's one of the black males that would come in and he's been coming here for a while and would sit. Sometimes he used to sit in the parking lot for a little while before he came in, but he has the Army license plate and on his vehicle. So when I first came into Burger King this morning, I jogged a little bit to get here on time, just light jog and walk. And I felt sharp, dull pains around my left ankle. That seemed to be where it's at. So whoever's sending the 4 sharp pains are aiming at the same place over and over again. And also, then I felt a dull pain in my uterus. Then I noticed when the black male that's a regular came into Burger King with an Army license plate, they stopped. And then this is I started hearing Miss Phyllis say, "I got her," or "I got her, I got her." She kept saying that over and over a few times, and then the pain stopped. That's when the pain stopped. Excuse me. When he came in and she started saying, "I got her," the pain stopped in my left ankle. Then I started to think about how I'm going to document this, because I was like, this is odd, and I know spiritually, dealing with unclean spirits. I'm not saying she's unclean. I'm not accusing anyone of being unclean. I'm giving testimony, and I'm not accusing her of sending sharp pains. I'm just giving testimony, or anyone, because I don't know where they're coming from, would do these sort of things to try to amalgamate. And so if you amalgamate or be friend with one of their females, I'm not saying, then that opens you up to slave breeding with one of their males. And we are among experiments. It is no doubt, it's no ifs, ands, buts about it. They're experiments. They're not considered human through chemistry. They're not considered to be human in their chemistry. They're not considered to be human according to constitutional law. And so if they're not even looked upon as being human, like this idiot right here, this black male, he just actually went in between these 2 lines to stop, and he started beeping. All right, that's what a Negro would do, a black Negro. So what he did was he stopped both lanes and started beeping the horn. And see, these are the games that the military and those that are trying to force amalgamate play. All right. Now, what if he would have caused an accident? So he blocked both lanes and beeped this horn, and I walked across. And I looked in the mirror, and it was a black Negro male. Now, what if he would have caused an accident? So, I know we're among unclean spirits, Dwayne, and they are unnatural. They're not a part of the human family. It's not just through constitutional law, because it's also chemistry, and so they behave as such. So now, when the black male came into Burger King, the pain stopped on my left ankle. After Miss Phyllis said I got her a few times. So in dealing with spirit and know how forced amalgamation works, if you dealing with a female, what they try to do is amalgamate you with the females, if you're a female, friend, whatever, so they can slave breed you with one of their beast males. So I'm not saying this is what was going on at the Burger King at the time, but that's what I was thinking about. Because we are among different species of experiments. And so they could be Spanish speaking, they could be pale skinned, because slave breeding experiments happen all over. That is obvious. There is no doubt. That is obvious. Maryland was known to slave breed when they had plantations, where they worked on plantations. Maryland was one of the states that used to force the males, they called them bucks, and this also included pale skins as well. Any slave, they would force them to sleep with their own children and have babies, have kids. So the fathers would have sex with their daughters, and then the mothers would have sex with their sons. And so this was a form that within itself is an experiment. It was one of the states that were documented, but many states did it. And it didn't just happen in this landmass. It happened all over. So when you're dealing with that line of whatever, not only, so now they took it to a different level. You have experiments that are able to control your phone, technological devices. They could be Spanish speaking, pale skin, the black Negro, it doesn't matter. So then also they have the code of telepathy that Arrington-Bey and I reject. So what is wrong with, once again, I always say this, what's wrong with being different? Absolutely nothing, Dwayne. But what's the issue is when you are dealing with a species of slaves, and a species of slaves that the government used to force themselves upon someone to send sharp pains to the healthy. Okay, that's the issue. When you're dealing with a species, a population of slaves that the government put in the population to slave breed. And you know they are slaves because they behave as such. So that's the problem. I think that's the issue with not being in a constitutional fold. When you don't uphold these divine laws of freedom. So if you're not in a constitutional fold, you have no rights. Then you try to say you don't want the telepathic code. How do you prevent someone from not accepting something they don't want? How do you protect yourself from being slave bred with something opposite of you, such as the black Negro? all right? That species of a black Negro. I can't say every person that looked to be African American or black Negro is a species of a beast, but because before I claim my nationality, especially in the South, I know many have not claimed a nationality, and that doesn't mean they are part of a species of a beast, an animal, or Spanish speaking, or it could be pale skin. But how do you protect yourself from this? And because you're dealing with unclean spirits, so how do you do it? That's the thing, and this is what my connection is in learning spirituality and keep studying constitutional law, because it's truly no joke. It is no joke that we among black Negroes that are of something else, that they have mixed their DNA with something else and leashed them in the population, and they behave exactly as that. When I say animal, they behave exactly like an animal. It is true about the pale skin. The pale skin was the first Negro that they brought to this landmass. The word Negro was applied to them constantly. They are the first slaves that were brought to this landmass. The word slave is Slavic. So Slavic is a European term, or that region term for slave. So we already know they were the first slaves here, and also they definitely were experimented on constantly. In fact, some would say they themselves were an experiment. So, and I'm thinking cosmic. I'm thinking I'm thinking cosmic and deeper than just the present day or the present 700, 800 years. So, because documentation say the pale skin itself was an experiment, Islam. So the thing is, Dwayne Arrington-Bey, how do you protect yourself? And so when I say that, I'm referring to unclean spirits as well. Let me just keep saying that. From these unclean spirits. And this is just truth, and this is being documented. It's not something that's just coming out of the blue. They know it. So how do you protect yourself? How do you protect yourself? That Imani Great Hyphen and I, we don't know no black Negroes here. We don't connect to a black Negro, an African American. We don't speak to a black Negro, African American personally. Not one black Negro can say they know us. Not one. So we don't know why these accents around our room keep black Negro males and females keep speaking about brother, I love you. Literally sound like a robot machine, like an animal. I mean, literally, Dwayne, like a machine, like some form of an animal. We have to turn off our technological device, Islam, so that it won't start beeping. So, as Moorish Americans, Hebrew Muslims, divine law that's upholding and to uphold constitutional law, we have the right to say we don't talk to or deal with African Americans and have dealt with an African American on a personal level here in Annapolis, or black, or the status, the term is the same as the black Negro according to constitutional law. Black Negro, African American, whatever they want to call themselves, it's not considered to be a part of constitutional law, so it doesn't matter. It's the same. Whatever, blacks. I mean, some would say blackie. Whatever it is, we here we have not communicated with them on any level personally. That goes with the Spanish speaking. We don't speak to them on a personal level. We just, as Moorish Americans, we maintain our culture. We're separate, but we know we are a part of this said government. So that's the same thing. We don't know. We're not in their community, but yet there's somebody around American State in Spanish speaking. Keep saying three. Also begging noise, like they're begging, unnatural. That's same with the pale skin, saying Burger King, hey, just crazy stuff outside, you know. But once again, I'll connect this to odd behavior with the United States Military and Navy Academy. I just thought it was so odd that the black male and Marine, I'm experiencing sharp pain as soon as I walked into Burger King this morning and in my uterus. And then when that black male came in that drives the army truck, Miss Phyllis automatically, not automatically, just simultaneously started saying, I got her. And when she said that, the pain stopped. But I was thinking, I'm going to document this because of spirit amalgamation. Not accusing him, not accusing her, but I was thinking about that mentally. And you know what? When I said that, the pain began like immediately. So how does this affect the population when you are dealing with a jurisdiction that is considered to be in red in reference to health, where you have people being recycled constantly in the medical system, constantly, because of their health, because they are either on drugs, because they can't sleep. I can't tell you how many times mentally my thoughts are invaded. So if you are trying to survive and you need to rest, and this in a government and the military that's in that government that's controlled by corrupt foreign banks or other agencies trying to force amalgamate, not only that, there's money in the medical system that is not for healing. There are two types. One is for healing and one is not for healing. So you want to add another energy to that medical system that's being recycled constantly back and forth in the medical system, whether they're having to get drugs to sleep, drugs to ease the pain, because they keep feeling sharp pains. They felt sharp pains so much, it forced them to have to go to the hospital, forced them to have to buy medication. So if the United States jurisdiction was predominantly healthy, then I would say, gosh, I am really out of the ordinary. But it's not. The health in the United States jurisdiction is so bad that it's all in red. It is in too many statistics. It's 35. So there's 34 other countries that are considered civilized and healthier than the United States jurisdiction. So that lets you know what's truly going on. And that deals with mental health, physical health. So I just found it odd that the United States military, I don't know why this jogger looked at me and put up one finger, but he did.
Thank you.
I don't know what it is. It could be I don't know what it is. It looked like a foreigner. Sometimes I have no idea. And now he's saying thank you. I have no idea. Like I said, when I speak about the United States Navy and Army, some of the if you saw him, brown skin, that's how they look when they start coming around. Someone starts saying assalamu alaikum or on my tablet, they start all of a sudden something about Islam come up. I have no idea, Dwayne, what it is. I don't know what it is that was just jogging. Looked like it can barely jog. Looked like it can barely walk. But it's jogging, boy. It is trying to jog. I have no idea what it is. But anyway, I'm sorry to say, that's exactly how they look. And it reminds me of 9/11 with what's his name, Bin Laden. That's exactly how they look, Islam. So anyway, so the thing is, and here's a police car, black Negro driving it. So the thing is, Dwayne Bay, when you uphold the constitutional law of freedom, when you uphold the constitutional laws of freedom, you've been affirmed, you have taken an oath, and you have affirmed to uphold these divine laws of freedom. And this reminds me, just when I was walking out, there's an old lady that comes to the Burger King a lot. She's been coming there for a while. I call her old, but she might not be that old. But she has a symbol of the police fraternity. She comes in like maybe 2, maybe 3 times a week on her license plate. So, and once again, the police is known that have not taken an oath or affirmed to uphold constitutional laws to be a part of many acts of terrorism. A black Negro was driving that car. When you uphold the U.S.A. Constitution of 1787, the 13th Amendment with 20 sections, and all 4 of Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, it gives you some pride and integrity to not want to cause harm, to not be a terrorist, to not be used to terrorize Islam. And you're like, okay, in the spirit of freedom, because you start to embrace the spirit of freedom, nobody has to be around me. I don't have to be around them in that manner. Islam, but we have to coexist. We coexist without harming one another. But when you're not in the spirit of freedom, and you've been bred as an animal, you've been treated as an animal, and so you behave as an animal, then that's exactly what's in the population. So you've been bred as an animal. They treat you as like an animal. You behave as an animal. And so that is in the population. Islam.